Live. Mark, do the intro.
Hello, welcome to Horror Movies and Shit. I'm Mark, and with us, as always, unfortunately, is
Jim?
And who do we have with us today, Jim, that you've been very protective about?
I've not been protective. What are you talking about? What is wrong
Oh,
with
come
you?
on, Mother, let's go. Who do we have with us?
So we have Ryan Miller, Mike Ahern. Is that how you pronounce your last name, Mike? Okay.
Yeah,
And then Brendan Paris Sanchez, who's a friend of the show. They are the co-directors of Saint Drogo, which I had the opportunity to screen at the Killer Pride event that I went to in Williamsburg, Virginia.
Not only directors, but actors, writers, etc., right?
Yeah,
Everything.
everything
Right.
you can imagine.
Yep. I know Ryan and I, while we were at Killer Pride, talked about the many hats he wore. So,
Mhm.
gentlemen, tell us how this movie came to be, because you guys worked on this. This was a passion project for a while, right?
Yeah, two and a half years.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably 2.5 years. So our first movie we wrote and directed was Death Drop Gorgeous, and when we were we wrote actually another script before the Saint Drogo script, but then COVID happened,
Right.
and I don't know if you guys experienced that, but and
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Florida didn't experience
Florida
it.
didn't. Yeah,
Nothing
Florida
changed.
I injected bleach, so that's fun.
So we decided to try to write something that was more contained with a fewer cast because we didn't know how long that was going to last. So so we started writing Drogo and we filmed it over 3 winters. And yeah.
I think the three of us. So our team we have a team of like 6. So 2 of our other team members are very into like kind of comedic, more like slapsticky horror, more like kind of slasher vibe things, and like 3 of us are kind of like more into like dark fantasy, darker horror. So we kind of wanted to experiment with something that was in that arena as opposed to like horror comedy.
And we at the time we all lived together, so this was like our COVID bubble. So so it was basically Drogo was it was interchangeable, but for the most part it was the 3 of us and our cameraman Kevin that was filming at the time.
And I think Mike also had wanted to do a darker, sort of more moody folk horror type movie that's set in the off season, like in the winter on the Cape, just because it's like a very desolate, like beautiful setting for that. And so we sort of brainstormed together, and Brandon had like an idea for sort of like a general plot and outline for what we could do. And also P Town is a town that like we're familiar with, and we've also seen a lot of changes happen there over the years. And so we sort of already had ideas of like how we could maybe incorporate that into a film like this. And so it all kind of like fell together, the multiple aspects of it in that respect.
Okay.
So did one of you come up with a central idea and then you all kind of worked around that? Or was it kind of like, we'll just piece it together and see what works for us?
I think he just said that.
Well,
no, the writing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it started kind of with a setting, and then Brandon had an outline, and we sort of built off of that outline, kind of. Like, it was almost like he had the skeleton, and we put the meat and bones on it.
It was a much more elaborate film at first, but believe it or not, we don't have any money. So we had to cut out a lot of like the crazy stuff. But yeah.
You still have a lot of crazy stuff in this film, though. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
We did the crazy.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff.
We did this crazy stuff we could execute.
Yeah. It was also more sexually elaborate.
It was really horny
in the
too,
beginning.
or horny. Yeah.
I got that vibe in a few scenes. Not gonna lie.
Just a few. Yeah.
There was like 3 other missing pages.
Yes.
Of,
yeah.
Like,
we were just like, we can't
extensions of the orgy scene, and we're like, all right, maybe we should like scale it back just a little bit, but
yeah, just in case.
Why? Because I'll give you for instance. I saw the movie Meat. There's lots of penis in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And lots of sex. So I'm just curious, why did you make the creative decision to edit it?
Yeah, I mean, times have changed, and they continue. Like the landscape to get your film on things, especially for us, we don't know. It changes all the time. So we had some issues, or we were concerned during Death Drop with the meat grinder scene, and we were told like places like Amazon and other streaming services sometimes just cut that scene out, or they think they deem. So we were worried that if we were going to get Drogo on streaming services, that it was going to be hacked and like not either or ignored or not, especially when it's gay sex. Then they're like, no.
Right.
So we just were worried about it being taken down or things getting cut and not making sense. And we didn't want someone else to have the say of what gets cut and what gets removed, or just take it down altogether. You know,
that's a wise decision.
Now, I haven't seen the movie, but from IMDb, I looked at the plot keywords. Can you guess what they are? I don't know if any of you wrote them.
Penis.
I don't remember.
No.
That also goes with male nudity.
Oh, fun.
I don't know why they make the distinction here. Male rear nudity? Like, would that not be covered by male nudity?
Well, that's ever since NYPD Blue. They have to.
Male, yeah. And then
male rear nudity.
There's a butt. There's a few butts.
Oh, right.
Yeah, there's some ass in it.
Well,
gay interest, gay sex, cult, missing person, beach. I'm looking forward to that part.
Thank God.
There is a beautiful scene, a beautiful shot of a beach. Brandon and I talked about that because that scene was amazing.
Is there male rear nudity on the beach?
Oh no,
not on the
almost. When his robe is blowing, you can almost get there. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe sand dunes or something. Okay.
Yeah.
Ex-lover, orgy, and gay couple.
Those are ex-lover, orgy, and gay couple. Okay.
Those are all fair, right? Because they do exist in the film.
No, that exists. Yeah,
that's pretty much the whole plot.
Yeah.
This would you write each of those in cute cursive on it and sell it at Home Goods.
There you go. Just put them on a pillow.
Beach.
I mean, so let's talk about this. I had this conversation with Brendan a bit at Killer Pride, but the locations you guys picked were beautiful. Some of the imagery and just the locations and the cinematography, they were beautiful. And Brendan was telling me that some of that stuff was kind of guerrilla.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We did like 1 or 2 trips, scout some things, and then some things we wanted to use fell through, like certain places we were hoping to get in on, and but yeah, a lot of it there was things that was found like the day of or the day before.
Well, and luckily like no one knows like the national coastline like a lesbian, and our friend was some really good spots, so I was like, oh my god, lesbians saving us again.
The big the beach in the opening and spoiler at the end, our lesbian friend Courtney found with the big dunes. Was really beautiful.
Yeah,
it's gorgeous.
Yeah, and the funny thing is too, it's like we filmed in the winter there, in part because you don't want anybody to be on the beach while you're filming and ruin the shot. But then we get there and there's like 2 lesbians, of course, like walking with picking seashells when in like 35 degrees. And we had to just wait for them. They're going opposite directions. We just like waited for them to like get far enough away that I'm like, okay, we can deal with this. I can edit them out. Yeah, it's very appropriate.
I thought they just spawn there like in video games.
They do.
Like, one time we were down there, it was like in November, December, it was like 88 degrees and it was like hot. There was like kids playing volleyball.
Oh, right.
Oh, my
volleyball.
God.
Yeah. And then there was one time we were trying to execute a special effect, and this family came out of nowhere and they were just like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
And they came over and we're like leaning in, and shots where we could only really get once, or we really wanted to nail it once, otherwise it was going to get messy for a cleanup. And they were just like bugging us. It was so annoying. It was like, leave.
So happy.
Yeah.
Is that the scene, Brendan, you were telling me about that you had to shoot at 3 different locations?
Yes.
That was a rough scene. That would have been rough to not get those shots for sure.
Yeah, that
was you only have 1 shot at that, right? Because of the special effects.
Yeah. And the first shot we had, the blood was so cold it blew out the back of the appliance and not through the front. So luckily we didn't damage the front of the appliance. We're able to like redo it again. But the other blood was like, I forgot the whole. Joe Castro was like a fake blood chemist. So I don't know the.
Yeah. It also was like a sandstorm that day, which was like really very windy, and this family is just like touching. They're like one of our actors who's like in a robe and like nothing else, and they're like touching like his arm and like the makeup and everything, and just like asking all these questions, and we're just like, can we please like we're freezing and we've been here for like 3 hours. Can we please just do this? Like go home.
Now that sounds like the start of a horror movie within a horror
Right.
movie.
Literally, yeah.
A snuff film.
It's like
it would be a very quick snuff film because I would be.
it's like Mother, where they just come in your house and never leave.
And they never leave.
We killed them in a sandstorm, 2 sandstorm.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mark. I'll let you go first.
So you filmed this over 3 years, right? So in my head, I always think, like continuity. So do you all have to keep the same exact haircuts and everything for those 3 years? Were you conscious about that?
Sort of. Thankfully, because it was winter, there was a lot of beanies, so we could. Well, we were bad. I mean, I was bad with continuity for Death Drop, our first movie, because that was also like 3 years almost, and I had different beard styles. I lost hair. I gained weight. I lost weight. So we did pretty good, I think, for Drogo. I don't know any dramatic notice.
Luckily, the prototypes for the characters were kind of just us, so we just kind of like look like us. Thank God. There's always some scenes like my neck isn't shaved, and like next scene it's shaved.
Oh, I didn't even notice, but yeah.
Your
I didn't notice either.
People smoke in movies, like the ash is like
it's just like, my beard in Death Drop is really bad. This one I was like, okay, I remembered what guard I used specifically for Drogo. I was like, it's always going to be a 3, and I'm just going to do a 3 all around, and so that was pretty easy. But
Ryan cuts my hair the same every time, so Ryan I was like, just do the Ryan, not the Rachel this time.
So I'm curious we already know. So Mark, if you don't know, the movie centers around a guy that's going to look for his ex in P-Town under the guise of taking a vacation with his current partner. So I'm curious, guys, how did you come up with that storyline?
I hate gay people. I'm just kidding. I think the original outline was a little different. It was almost like, and then so we wanted to create some conflict there. And I was going through a breakup.
I was essentially playing the
and Brandon was almost playing the guy I dated, kind of. And then you dramatize it and you spice it up and you give it a little, I don't know, accoutrements, and before you know it's a completely new story. But yeah, I think a lot of what I was like going through at the time sort of informed some of the dynamics there.
Well, I think like the idea of like not following your heart, not following your nature is kind of like there's multiple allegories of it in Drogo. So like with the couple, it's like they clearly shouldn't have been together, but they're forcing themselves together. And then like the conformity, like these people kind of being absorbed into this cult. Like I think a lot of them are going against like their morals and kind of letting it happen and plugging in. And it's kind of about just the movie's kind of about not following your heart and participating in bad behavior. For the most part, there's some other things peppered in there too.
So I asked Brendan this question at Killer Pride, and I'm going to ask you guys, Mike and Ryan, how did it feel that there were no likable characters in this movie? I think everybody's an asshole.
I actually love that. I love I love movies where everyone kind of sucks. I like movies where you can care about people too, but it's possible. Sometimes my heart allows it, but no, I think what I love about Drogo, or what I loved about the reaction to Drogo, is the nuance for both the leads, because I think people come away from the movie being like, oh my God, Adrian was such an asshole, but then there are people that come away, they're like, no, Caleb was the asshole. And I kind of just love that forever debate between like who was in the wrong. One of our former, or not former, but one of our current monster makeup crew jokes that Adrian's the true villain of the movie, which I kind of also love. I always want to play a villain. It's fun. I like people.
I disagree.
Yeah.
Well, no,
that's what I mean. Yeah,
that's
the thing. It's who's the asshole who. Yeah, and so.
Well, it sounds like who's the biggest asshole.
Who is the?
Right?
Yes,
Exactly. That's exactly what it is, because even the character that Ryan plays in the film is doing nothing but hitting on Adrian the whole time he's on screen.
I know. I'm the real asshole.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You're just one of them. No offense. Not you, but your
I'm a minor
character.
asshole. True.
Yeah.
I think also my perspective on it is, we wanted to sort of portray the the realities of like when you're in a relationship and no one is ever 100% right. And of course, this like the sort of situations, the drama that they experience is like magnified. Well, okay. We obviously like dramatize that, but I think that there's also a trajectory where like in the beginning they are more likable, and it's like kind of these commonplace, maybe like little like arguments that are very familiar to people. And even by the time you get to like the blowout scene, like in the cemetery where they're really arguing with each other, it's like, oh, they're saying some really hurtful, hateful things. But at the same time, you can like see the argument that each person is making and like where they're coming from. And so it's kind of just like a picture of like the de-evolution of like this relationship, or the dissolution of the relationship. And it gets like worse and worse. But I feel like it's kind of like this, the forces at play, and also the internal relationship dynamics really just like push people to their worst. And that's kind of, I think, what our intention was.
I think that we talk about a lot too is I feel like, queer people, we don't get to figure out red flags in like grade school and high school like straight people do. Like all my friends started kind of dating and doing their thing like 5th and 6th grade, having boyfriends and girlfriends, and they got to figure their shit out. So come high school, that's like they kind of an idea like what they want in another person. Queer people like us, it's like we're like hiding out until like maybe later in the high school. So like we're kind of starting afresh in like our late teens, early 20s, sometimes later. So I think you find a lot of gay couples that are just like Adrian and Caleb that are like, I mean, in that movie, they're probably in their late 20s.
Yeah, you had time. You had time to figure it out.
We look so late.
So late 20s. But yeah, it's just, again, it's that something thing where it's not anyone's fault. It sucks that queer people have to deal with that shit. It sucks. Like, it'd be cool if we lived in a world where this shit was acceptable and people can come out at any age. So by the time like you're a queer person in high school, you probably have a better idea of like what you want in a partner or what you're looking for. And unfortunately, it's not like that. I get so jealous of the kids that like, my family is so accepting. It's like, oh, shut the fuck up.
So I will say, I think a little bit of the reason that I hated everybody was because I just got out of a 15-year relationship that was much like Caleb and Adrian. So I totally get it, and I hated every minute of it.
Well, there you go. You put that on your like Blu-ray.
Yeah.
You hated every minute of it.
I mean, the movie was solid because it was so relatable, right? And that's the reason I did not like any of the characters. So it doesn't mean I didn't feel anything for the characters. It just means that I did not think that they were good people.
Right.
And, I mean, that just is what it is because people are people. But
Yeah.
I'm curious, Mike, when your character finally gives in to the cult, how did that scene feel?
It felt great.
Is that a spoiler?
Well, because of what was happening during the time.
No,
Christian's hot.
Yeah, no, Christian's hot, but that day was actually like terrible. I mean, no, it wasn't terrible. It was long. So a lot of the scenes of that leading up to me getting fucked on an altar, which is so uncomfortable.
It did not look comfortable.
Yeah, you're in front of other people that like, I'm like, I don't need these people to whatever. Anyway.
Was it the people from the beach?
They were two lesbians speaking seashells.
And yeah, exactly.
We're forever going to be looking for them in the back of your movies from now on. Just saying.
No, Ryan edited them out. He Thanos them out of there. They were gone. So yeah, no, it was just a very long day. We filmed for 12,
I think longer,
14 hours that day, and that scene was towards the end of the day. I'm on my knees and on hard wood. I have to
another Tuesday.
have to like be drugged, but not be like too drugged where it looks stupid. I had to pretend I was getting fucked. It was just like not that great. But it was fine.
I mean, I was pretty proud.
But the whole Adrian getting accepted into the cult is like, it's sad. It's a sad storyline because I think that's his journey is that he just really wants love. And he gets acceptance and love from conforming to what everyone else is doing, and that's sort of part of the metaphor.
It's like immediate gratification.
Yeah, immediate gratification. Yeah. You're accepted and loved, and yeah, so that's part of the gay conformity thing we're like talking about in the movie. So
That's fair.
So I have a
agree.
question. Jim, you've asked enough. Shut up.
Okay.
So
Well, I
what's
am
it
the only
called?
one that's seen the movie.
So why did you invite me? I'm the token straight guy. That's why.
Yeah, that's it. We have to have one straight guy on the podcast.
I'm the minority. No. So why did you call it Saint Drogo?
Well, so that the Saint Drogo himself is in the movie. But so we wanted
So
to do,
that's an actual saint, right?
yeah. So we actually wanted the story that we came up with was about we wanted to do something that wasn't like a typical folk horror. We didn't want to do something that involved demons. So we figured like saints have all have like individual bizarre like mythos and backgrounds that like they're very similar to like demons and stuff. They look like Payman and like Hereditary and like. Well, I really enjoyed Hereditary, but one of the parts I loved about it is I actually do a research Payment afterwards, and like there's all these little things in the movie that connect to that demon. So saints have a very similar kind of like mythos. So it's like we wanted to do something a little different, and Saint Drogo was an exceptionally bizarre and creepy one, but also was like the saint of like herds and the saint of mental illness and the saint of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like weird random things. He also had this gigantic well, we don't know what it was. It was like some sort of like hernia or something on his side that in part of his story he had like a hernia, some big growth tumor. No one really knows what it was. So he just kind of felt like a really creepy, gross thing to have in the film.
Yeah, because I was looking it up and I'm like, wow, it's a patron saint of Jim because it's coffee baristas and those who others find repulsive.
That works. That works for me.
And who likes coffee?
Dedicated to Jim.
Yeah, and also people find it repulsive.
Yes, yeah.
Exactly. It all fits. It's all right here. So
Yeah.
I did tell Brandon this. I had one huge problem. Well, not huge, but one problem with the movie. Like I thought everything was executed very well. I thought you guys did a great job. I loved the backstory. I loved everything about it. But the way that Drogo's mouth moved bothered the shit out of me. If I'm being honest, like that drove me nuts. But everything else was beautiful. I enjoyed this, and my friend Karen, who went to see the film with me at the screening at Killer Pride, is watching now, and I think we both enjoyed it very, very much.
Oh, I love Karen.
Thank you.
She's great.
I saw Karen yesterday.
Yeah, she's great. I love Karen.
Yeah, the mouth thing, because I agree. So like we had Joe Castro had made the face, which I love all the features of the face and everything.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
The mouth wasn't made to like be mobile.
Yeah. So he didn't get to mold Devin's face. Because he's out in Los Angeles, so he couldn't mold like Devin's face. But DreamWorks is actually fixing that as we speak.
Yeah. And we did try. I mean, it moves like subtly. We tried some things with like, and like Joe had tried some stuff with like, sort of adding some effects to warp it and to like make the mouth move, but that just to me seemed worse and like wasn't realistic enough. Yeah. The one thing we kind of fall back on is he has this sort of like ethereal multi-leveled voice, and it's almost like he's like echoes, and maybe he's not even speaking really through his mouth. Maybe he's even speaking like telepathically or in some other manner, because he's also like 400 years old or whatever. Right. So yeah, it's one of those things that it's like it would be nice if it moved, but we try to
Mark
around that a little bit.
Mark will tell you, if that's the biggest problem I have with the movie, you guys did a phenomenal job.
Oh yeah. Jim. Now, you don't understand that Jim will rate a movie 1 out of 10 because he doesn't like somebody's haircut. I'm not kidding. Jim?
Can you tell me what movie that was, Mark?
No. Was it the haircut or was it the hair dyed? How it was dyed? I don't know.
Neither. I had a problem with the movie Housebound because I turned it into a drinking game. Have you seen Housebound, gentlemen?
It's been a little bit, but yeah.
Okay, so there's a little drinking game you should play next time you watch it. And it's fun to play with friends, right? Every time the main character switches between her natural hair and a wig, you take a shot.
Oh no.
You will not make it 10 minutes.
Oh no.
This is what Jim fixated on, right, Jim?
I guess once you see it, it's the whole movie.
And
then
you can ask Karen.
No wonder that's your patron saint.
You guys are breaking up. My internet's acting up.
You
Yeah,
know-
see, Karen went through 3 bottles of wine during that challenge.
I'm glad she's
So
still.
I posted that challenge to TikTok, and she took me up on it, and it was a mess.
That's amazing.
So, what was the budget for the movie?
And
Probably
I am
like
lagging
25.
so bad right now.
25,000 to 30,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to sit here quietly while you guys catch up.
Yeah, and where did most of that money go to, or was it spread out kind of?
Yeah, it mostly went to special effects, and then because we live in Providence, Provincetown is about 3 hours away, so we would try to like get rooms for us and our whatever cast and crew was there for the weekend. So I think it mostly went to that stuff.
Yeah, like lodging, food while we're out there, gas, like transporting people, and that was a big chunk of it. That and the special effects.
But then like in like post audio and the score and stuff too.
Yeah.
But yeah, we try to. One of the benefits of like having us play the roles and directing everything else is like we don't have to pay actors and we just do it all ourselves. So we save a huge chunk of change right there. And like one of the things we love is like we love good special effects and practical effects. So we, one of our guarantees of Monster Makeup is making sure that like we allocate the majority of our funds to our practical effects and making it look gross and fun and wild.
Yeah.
Jim?
He's watching some Drogo.
Look at him up there. So how did the directing go if you're all directors, right? Do you direct each other? Is that how
I am lagging pretty bad, so I can't even see you guys moving at the moment.
Oh no. Can you hear us?
Let me refresh my screen. I'll be right back.
Oh, thank God, go away.
So weirdly enough, like with all of us directing, it's like we're on such a
porn playing in the background.
Porn's playing? All you see is schoolgirl squirting. Oh, so we try. So yeah, with the directing with all of us with acting, we're wearing so many hats. It's like directing kind of took a back seat because we knew what we were doing like to a T. So like we were really good about like we were like using a lot of borrowed spaces. Like the places that we were filming at, we didn't have much time with. So it's like we kind of run in there and do our job. So luckily, like we knew the scenes pretty well, and then we definitely give notes and if one of us is behind the camera, do our best to direct the other person. But it was a hectic, quick, wild ride. It was fun, but yeah, it was. Everyone just kind of takes the helmet directing if they can. Like the three of us kind of like alternate out, but yeah.
And I think because we wrote it, we kind of knew, like we wrote it together, so we kind of knew going into most scenes what we envisioned like at least because it's us two playing the leads, what we wanted to say or how we wanted to say it. But if Brandon and Ryan were in the scene, like it was if Brandon and I were in the scene, Ryan would be directing mostly. We don't really do too many notes for each other. I mean, maybe, but yeah, I don't know. It just kind of naturally moves.
It's kind of like like I always say, like if you see something, say something, sort of like policy where it's like if you have an idea, speak up. Yeah. We all like have ideas. Also, like we don't have time to do like practice shoots, and like we rarely ever like. Well, sometimes we're able to go to the location beforehand. Often we don't. And we don't have like a practice day, a rehearsal day. We just show up, and then sometimes we haven't ever been in this space, or we're trying to figure out, all right, like where can we fit the camera? What are we gonna do? And so it's more like if you have an idea, like throw stuff out there. And so that's why it's a very collaborative thing, because it's very hard for just one individual to just be like, let me take the reins and decide all of this, because we're all kind of like we're in it together, And so we just kind of like learn to work with each other and sort of like wing it,
So in the writing process, was it like a democracy if somebody came up with an idea and the other two were like, don't really want to do that, or we have some other idea that we want to do? Was it like, okay, you're voted down?
Oh no, yeah, for sure. It didn't happen too often, but yeah, we would like if there's something that just didn't feel natural or feel right, or would be too like too grandiose, we try to scale it back and talk about it. But yeah, I think it's like just recognizing like people's strengths and stuff too. Like Mike is like way better at dialogue, and that's kind of like we're in organizing a script too and doing the details and the action lines, all that stuff. And it's I take a backseat because I'm not the greatest at that.
So how much did it change from like your finished screenplay to going through filming, obviously with budget constraints and this and that, to the finished article, was it pretty much all there, or were there some things that you had to, like, major things that you had to drop out?
You wrote it up pretty quick.
Yeah, it was pretty quick. There was things that we had to change, just because of the grandiosity of whatever the vision was, or like we said earlier, was like a little more X-rated. So I think those are the two things we kind of scaled back on. We learned from our first movie, because our first movie we wrote like 130 pages, and we didn't know, like we were just like, let's just write. And it was almost sort of, the first movie was very much like throwing everything in the kitchen sink, whereas this one we're like, okay, let's tell a tight story. Let's like try to keep it under a certain page count and get, like, I don't know, just make it like very lean. And that was so most of what we wrote is in it. It's just sort of like the scale of it in certain scenes were like pared down.
I do have a question about one of the scenes. And by the way, I'm back. I'm sorry I missed whatever you guys said because my connection was sucking so bad. There's a scene where Caleb and Adrian talk about a shared dream. Was there supposed to be more to that?
No, so one of the things with the mythos of San Drogo is you can biolocate. So part of him so like they're kind of recruiting from afar. But like the ex-boyfriend they're chasing is the one that kind of led them onto this. So you kind of infer that like at the end, but
we aren't explicit about that, but that's kind of like, that is like the idea is that he probably the friend that went missing maybe suggested them as potential targets, and then he's able to, like, as Brandon said.
That would make sense when he reveals his face for the first time.
Yeah,
that would make sense. I guess I just wasn't being too cerebral that night.
So because you're using a saint, right? Did you get the Vatican to okay the movie? And
the Vatican was like, there's not enough children in it, so he didn't bother watching it.
Not enough kids in it.
Not enough kids.
He hated it,
and then then he died.
Yeah.
They're probably like, do you have a best boy on here?
The funny thing is, we actually had one child in the movie. We had to edit her out.
Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it felt weird.
She would have been too old for him anyway.
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah.
So is this like a one and done? You're moving on to your next project, or is this something that would have sequels or the extended Drogo universe?
Oh yeah, I think if someone gave us money, we would.
Oh yeah.
And they were like, "I want a Drogo sequel." Then we'd be like, "Whatever you want."
Well, Jim said that he'd give you at least 100,000. So.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. At least
anything Jim wants.
Can we sign the contract while he's gone?
Yeah.
Right
yeah. I mean, by us having this conversation.
Oh, it's legally binding.
Yeah. The money should be on its way. So.
Okay.
Do you think Jim is currently getting one of those like giant publisher clearinghouse checks, like those big ones they hold up? What he's doing?
Oh, it's a surprise. That's why
That's why he disappeared.
Let's all pretend to be surprised when he comes back with it.
So after looking at the finished movie, is there like anything that you're like, oh god, I wish I could go back and redo that part?
Oh, all the time. Yeah. Especially with just the nature of how we film, like, because we're in a space we just got into, we may have 2-3 hours in it before, let's say we're filming at a bar. We have 2 to 3 hours before the bar opens up. So sometimes it's just like the constraints of DIY filmmaking. So there's so many things now, like in hindsight, where I was like, especially with lines, like just wishing I delivered it differently, or wish we had more time in this space. So yeah, definitely.
We were packing a lot of pages per day.
Yes, yeah. We would do 3 to 4 scenes, I would say, probably at least, maybe sometimes 8. I mean, like there's one set that we had for like 2 days, maybe like over a long weekend, kind of, and I'm thinking of Stowaway.
Oh my god!
There's a bedroom that a lot of scenes happen in. and we just had to like power through it, and it was such a long 2 days because we wouldn't be able to get in the room again, basically. So we just knew we had to get it all done. So,
and Mike and I have never like been leads in a movie before. Like we were gonna cast other people, but COVID kind of fucked us. But and then like I said earlier, I'm glad we did it, and so you know I think we did a good job. And
I'm proud of it. But yeah,
I'm proud of what you guys did. I thought the movie, you know, for being an independent film, was fantastic. I mean, I enjoyed it. I liked watching it, and that's really all I can ask for, right? I had a good time doing it.
So it's a movie called Saint Drogo, and here's your angel for your next movie.
Oh,
Jim, we were discussing finances while you were away.
We thought you were going to come back with a Publishers Clearinghouse type check for us.
Says the man that just sold his yacht.
No. Says a man in his newly built mansion.
The house is 1 year old. It's got 4 bedrooms. It's not amazing.
Yeah, that's newly built.
Well,
Listen to him. It's only got 10 bathrooms and 12 bedrooms.
It's 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. But you gentlemen are welcome. If you ever come to Florida, you have a place to stay.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And if you want to shoot like a mockumentary about somebody getting murdered, but make it kind of real.
So many options.
He wants it to be a snuff film.
Since he's frozen, I think that's a great idea. I'd watch it.
Can you hear us, Jim?
This is killing me. This Wi-Fi shit is killing me.
See, it's killing him. He's asking for it.
This is the movie.
Yeah.
Look, I could not think of 3 men I'd rather be killed by than these gentlemen. I'm not gonna lie.
All right.
His wife.
But anyway,
you don't need a big budget. You can live in his house afterwards.
that's right. So, what is next after Saint Drogo? Queen of the Rats?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're currently in the middle of production of our 3rd feature, Queen of the Rats. We're probably like a little more than halfway through. It's been really fun. It's completely different than the other 2, but it's definitely feels like us in a fun way. And it's been really fun just to see how it changes. Like it's one thing on the page, but it's tonally like, I don't know, sillier than I thought it was going to be, but in a fun, like in a way that we're really excited for.
It's becoming more like Death Drop gorgeous than we anticipated,
right? Yeah,
in terms of the camp level. But yeah, I think it's but something we're pleased with.
Yeah. It's
I'm
sort
not
of
gonna lie.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Mike. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's like a sort of like going to be a splatter punky. I'm jokingly calling it a period piece because it takes place in early 2000s. But it involves like a noise rock band, the Providence Mafia, and a creature that you won't forget.
I will say that I'm excited to see you return to the campy side of things because I loved that part of Death Drop Gorgeous from what I've seen so far. Like you guys did a fantastic job. And Brandon with the pillow in his shirt was hysterical.
Yeah.
Pillow.
What are you talking about? No, yeah, it's like it's campy, but like in a it's not as Death Drop is like full blown camp. This has like we joke that I joke that like the Mafia is our drag queen of this new movie. Like they're just very ridiculous and flashy and I don't know, just very over the top.
It's also hard like to not, I think, make it that way, like to restrain ourselves. And I'm not even saying that necessarily we even want to, because like I've said, we filmed some stuff and it turned out even better than I think what maybe we had anticipated. But we have very similar senses of humor, and so there was already some humor written into the script. And I think when we get on set, we have a tendency to be like, all right, like let's run with it. And like, what if we do this? What if we do this? And so we walk away with stuff sometimes that wasn't even in the script, but we think that it would just be like a really funny, like, fun moment. So Yeah.
The other half of our crew are just naturally funny too, so it's kind of impossible. And sometimes when you let people just be themselves on set and let them tap in their natural personality, like whether they're like improving lines or doing whatever, it just looks better on camera and it just feels more natural. And it's we've been getting some really good performances out of this one. It's going to be pretty funny.
It'll be entertaining if nothing else.
And we need more like monster movies and more splatterpunk, like practical effects too. None of the CGI shit. Get out of here with that.
I will say that meat grinder scene was perfect, so I'm looking forward to more of that.
Well, I mean, I brought it up, Jim. You'll know, like the Rise of the Terrifier movies, right?
Yeah.
All like that splatter, punk, gore, practical effects. Number one in the box office, so there is an audience for it, right?
Yeah.
It's not just nerds.
So but now I have a question because Brandon, you're more folk horror than you are splatterpunk. So who's the splatterpunk fan?
I think Brandon's pretty splatterpunky too.
Are you?
Yeah, I like the gore. I like my folk horror gory too, but it doesn't have to be. But I do like some crazy special effects. I love 80s like slashers and just like Deadly Spawn and The Blob and Street Trash and Demon Wind. I love all that shit too, and spookies.
Yeah, I was gonna say you definitely.
I will get. I'll get shit from Mark for saying this, but my favorite scene ever is Kirsty Swanson and Anne Ramsey in Deadly Friend with the basketball.
Yeah, it's a slam dunk.
It is.
It was a good head explosion.
It is. It was a lot of fun.
It's great.
But it's also the first time I actually realized that there was a special effect and that like it was not really the actress. The first time I saw that, so I was like, oh, okay, this makes it more fun.
He only saw it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. You saw her 2 weeks ago? In a dream?
So like head explosions, you always think scanners, right?
Yeah.
Maniac.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah.
I've not seen Maniac.
Those when they were doing those, it was fairly cheap. Like it wasn't like they were spending like thousands on making these heads explode, and they look so good on camera. It's like, I don't understand like why everything is CGI. It's
yeah.
I don't know.
It was basically like kind of just the fake head and a shotgun.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so I'm sorry, I've frozen like 3 times since you guys have had this conversation, so I'm not sure where we are in the conversation, Mark.
That's okay. We're still talking about you financing their next project. No,
If I had the money, I would. I 100% would put my money behind these guys.
So as far as the release of this, obviously it's been shown at a couple of festivals. So, what are the release strategies for it? Is it going to go on to like Tubi or anything like that?
Yeah, we decided for this one to self-distribute, mostly because we just had a really bad time with the first one.
We still are.
But we also just don't. We have no gauge of like how our first movie did. We can look at Letterboxd reviews and see that it's still being watched, on Tubi and stuff. That can be a gauge, but that's such a small percentage of people. We have no idea like how many people have seen it, if people liked it. We don't have any of that data, and so we wanted to self-distribute Drogo because we wanted to have the control of that, but then also just the control of like how it's marketed and released, because we didn't have control of that for Death Drop. So that was part of the decision. So right now we did the Blu-rays ourselves. Ryan did a lot of work on that, and we sort of created this Blu-ray with special effects that we gathered ourselves to make it. And so the next steps are figuring out what platforms we can get it on ourselves, because a lot of platforms don't, like the big ones, you can't do it yourself. You have to have an aggregator or a distributor. Otherwise, they won't talk to you. So
question.
Yep.
Because I might have a lead for you guys. Who would I talk to about that?
Oh, any of us?
Yeah. Ryan, okay. Brandon, me.
I'll message you guys. I'll message you guys after the podcast. I might have somebody who can help you with that.
Oh, okay. Cool. That'd be great. Yeah,
awesome. Thank you.
And things changed too. Like there was a time when you could get your own movie on Prime, for example. You could
Yeah.
do it
Yeah.
yourself. Like
It changed just like this last year
Yeah.
to where now it's like very unlikely that you basically have to go through a distributor. Like as an indie filmmaker, it's
yeah.
nearly impossible to get your movie up there. So
Yeah. So right now we're sort
So
of
I have a-
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say I have a contact at a streaming service called FearPix that
Oh, cool.
may be of use, may be helpful to you guys, even
No,
if
yeah.
you know
Yeah, we love that.
decide
Right
to stream with them.
Hashtag rear male nudity.
So I'll send that information along to you guys.
now, hashtag beach.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And
No,
they specialize in independent horror,
Yeah,
so
cool.
that's why they're willing to help with
oh, that's awesome.
the if you don't have a full distributor deal.
Cool.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that'd be great. We're right now, yeah, we're in the research phase of like, okay, which ones can we do ourselves? Which ones would be, worth it for us? And then maybe later down the line, trying to do like the bigger ones, if that means we have to pay an aggregator to do so. But we're trying to do it ourselves to the best of our abilities, so we know. Well, one
You guys are
that we
frozen
can
again. I'm just gonna
make
wait till
money
you
to
catch
go
up.
into the next. Oh no.
Oh no.
To make money for the next project, and then also just have a full idea of like how it's doing on streaming stuff.
So, like I said, I have a few people at FearPix we can reach out to. So I'll send you contact information.
Thank you.
Yeah, as of like January, Amazon got rid of the option to have indie filmmakers create a profile and post their films on Amazon, and they took a bunch of them down because they have more money than God, but thank God they got those indie films off there that were costing them 30 cents a week.
Thank God they put it all into that bad Lord of the Rings TV show.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I will say that they also do not edit their content.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
So the rear male nudity can actually thrive on a platform.
Right. Sure. Absolutely.
Any beaches can be shown.
This whole time, St. Drogo could have been a Dickapalooza this whole time.
This whole time.
Like,
Right after go.
Absolutely. You go back and reshoot those orgy scenes, will you?
that was like
With
10
the
pounds ago.
anaphora on a penis.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah,
Don't
wasn't
do
it? Yeah, he does it off a foot in the movie, but it was originally
It
off
was-
of a dick, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
originally the scene where someone does drugs off the foot was supposed to be an erect penis, as an example.
Don't diss it till you try it, kids.
Yeah, I mean, hey, but whatever floats your boat. I don't judge. I lied. I really do judge. I just don't say it out loud. That's how it happens up here.
Just don't wear a shitty wig and everything's fine. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
You know the shittiest wig ever is still that I don't know the actor's name. The guy who played Corey in Halloween Kills and the Monkey. That fucking Party City Shake and Go.
I don't know if I saw it.
Oh, I'm jealous.
I didn't even realize that was the same guy the whole time I was watching the film. From the
Yeah, 'cause
monkey,
you can't
when I was
see his
watching the
face.
monkey.
They couldn't afford like a human hair. Like
Yeah.
I
Brandon was
It was awful. So let me ask you guys,
So bad.
what growing up, what were your favorite horror movies?
oh shit.
I loved the Blair Witch Project. That was one of the first
I
movies.
keep forgetting how old you are.
I'm 35.
I know.
So it was the Blair Witch Project. The Ring was terrifying to me in whatever I was. And
I think you would
Jaws.
have been 9. Yeah, Jaws is a good.
Jaws. The only reason why I know these stuff off the top of my head is we had this discussion at work the other day. So those are the three that really like. I love a movie that the ones that like make you scared to go do your normal day. Like the Blair Witch Project. I grew up like in around woods, and so the Blair Witch Project like scared me from ever going back in the woods for like a long time. Jaws obviously scared everybody for the ocean. And The Ring, for some reason, I just really thought I was going to die in 7 days.
it made you
That was
scared.
end of your VCR watching days.
Yeah. I wouldn't watch TV.
So,
and
I mean, were you just afraid of your VCR? I mean,
I must have been.
Phone.
Yeah, the phone.
Or
Don't answer.
girls with long, wet black hair.
Yeah. Oh my God, she was so scary. the May DVD cover, the May
DVD cover.
For some reason, growing up, the cover of May was really scary to me. It's just like a goth girl.
It's just a goth.
For some reason, growing up, the cover was terrible. I would see it in the where we'd rent massive video. We'd go rent a movie every Friday, and I would run by her because she was so scary.
Hey, because of my shitty internet connection, I didn't realize we got a question on YouTube, so I got to ask.
Oh,
St. Drogo explores the blurred lines between religious devotion and psychological obsession. Was your goal to critique organized religion, explore spiritual longing, or both?
Ooh, that's a fun one.
That's a better question than we came up with.
Oh no, we lost him.
You just want to
Oh, no.
You can still answer it. That's fine.
Yeah. I think our critique was we were saying gay culture is like organized religion. So we were sort of critiquing the culture, but always indirectly critiquing religious organization.
And like, you know,
Well, no, I was just gonna say, yeah, basically what Mike said, that I think that it's like our main focus is on like the problems that we see within the gay community and within how relationships often play out in that community and the types of, you know, pressures that gay men experience in the sort of cultures and subcultures that we create, and how sometimes that isn't like the best thing for or like a healthy relationship. And I think that the way that there sometimes is a sense of like conformity or hive-mindedness within the gay community, religion just seemed like a natural, like real world metaphor for that we could then tie into like the, you know, the folk core aspect of the movie as well, because you typically have, you know, cults and like religions and weird secret societies and things like that. So it was a way of sort of like addressing those things within like a, you know, a different vehicle.
well, and also too, just cults and religions weaponizing deities as like a moral compass or moral high horse. Like these religious groups that tote that they're Christians, including our president, all these assholes, like they're so far from like reflecting any philosophy of Christ. And so in St. Drogo, the rich kind of gays that come down there don't really care about Drogo. He's kind of used as a tool. And it's like you kind of see that in how he's treated. And it just shows the expendability of the ideas of these like deities that everyone pretends to love and care about, when at the end of the day you're using that as some sort of tool to give yourself some sort of like moral superiority over other people.
That was a very good answer, Jim. What do you think of their answer?
It was an amazing answer. Absolutely perfect.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
I'll find out. I'll check it out in the live stream. Say it. This Spectrum is fucking killing me tonight. Oh my god, their service is such shit. Anyway, where were we, Mark?
Well, turn off Scruff and Grinder. It's eating your Wi-Fi.
Dude, I have not. Never mind. Too much personal information. Never mind. I'm just gonna sit here and Mark, where were we?
So basically, we're explaining about how like the gay culture could be like an organized religion. So I'm just wondering, who is the Pope of the queers?
Can we make him not as bitchy?
Oh my god, the Pope of the
Pope
queers.
would be the Pope. The Pope.
Yeah. I mean,
Dress,
right?
Surrounds himself with men. Yeah.
He's got a scepter. What else do you need?
Yeah,
a dress.
He's a drag queen. He's a drag queen.
No, yeah, that's our answer.
Yeah.
The Pope. Mark, there you have it. Hey, Mark, I do have a question for you. So, I've exposed you to a lot of queer things in this podcast, especially recently.
Just in the podcast.
Yes, just in the podcast.
Yes.
How do you feel that has altered or shaped your opinions at all?
He's gonna disappear.
Oh, his Wi-Fi.
He's frozen.
Yeah.
I'm frozen. So how has it changed my opinion?
Well, specifically like around queer cinema, you know, just stuff like that.
I mean,
you're from Northern Ireland, so you don't really have the hang-ups we have here in the US.
Well, I just appreciate good cinema. Like to me, I don't really see like if it's like two gay guys or a guy and a girl or a girl and a girl. Like as long
Are
as
you
the
saying
movie's
you're
good.
blind to sex? Is that what you're saying? You can't tell the
Well,
gender?
I just don't see it as like oh, I would never watch this because there's a gay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, you know, I grew up in the '80s movies where there's like a whole bunch of male nudity too.
Hell
And I
yeah.
remember growing up and like some of my friends, oh no, they're like, who gives a fuck? Is somebody's dick? Who cares? Like that stuff never bothered me at all. And you know, that goes on to foreign movies, gay movies, whatever. It doesn't matter as long as it's good.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I feel like you write what you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. So, gentlemen, how much do you hate Mark now that I've exposed you all to him?
No,
I love
Mark
Mark.
is great.
He's great.
Yeah, he's a good guy most of the time.
With Mark. That's good.
Yep.
And
You know, he still has avoided JJ 3 times now.
By the way, talking about the Blair Witch Project, I met the cast.
Hell yeah.
oh yes,
Ooh.
that's
Yeah.
amazing. That movie's so it's change the game, change the game, forever and ever.
Yep.
Shaking his head.
Oh, we lost him.
Oh, thank God for that.
Blair Witch
Yeah,
guy.
so I was talking with the director, Eduardo Sanchez.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was bringing up, I don't know if you've seen Cannibal Holocaust or know about it.
Oh yeah.
But he's like, yeah, if I'd seen that, I wouldn't have made the Blair Witch Project because I would have thought it was copying it too much. Like,
Oh,
Interesting.
that's interesting. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I think everything nowadays is just trying to copy the Blair Witch, though.
well, I think what it did though was the same as Paranormal Activity.
Mhm.
It was the studios finding out, hey, we can grab these super small budget movies, and if we market it right,
Yep.
And you know, obviously, I think Blair Witch is a great movie too, but I think you know that then you get the whole found footage thing afterwards because then everyone's just like, okay, well, I've got a camera, I can just run around,
Right. Exactly.
you know, maybe I'll get somebody interested in the studio and they'll push it out there. So yeah.
Yeah.
Good and bad.
I've been loving a lot of the found footage. Not all of it. I've been loving a good chunk of it.
When they do it well, they do it like really works. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it can be very effective.
It can be
Yeah.
super.
It feels
effective.
very realistic when done well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I agree.
And it can be really annoying sometimes when they just let the characters talk all the time. Like,
Yeah.
you don't need to talk all the time, and I feel like you can't be quiet sometimes. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get like they're trying to emulate like the YouTubers and the the people that do the like
They can't
influencers
do
and
it.
stuff. I get it. So I think they're trying to like make it pertain to the times. Like why would someone have a video camera on the whole time? But it's really fucking hard to watch.
Yeah.
I did enjoy Deadstream. I thought that was fun. I think the satire how they filmed that was fantastic. But like you said, Mark, we watched a few of those in the last year of like the crazy influencer going in the woods, and it's like they don't shut the fuck up, and all the characters. I mean, I don't mind unlikable characters, but when it gets to the point where it's like it's becoming interactive, so I want to punch a hole through the TV that they're that annoying. It's like it's not the same, but yeah.
Go
ahead, Jim.
I have a recommendation for you, Brandon. If you don't mind Spanish language films, Invoking Yell.
Invoking who?
Invoking Yell.
Okay.
You
I'll check
hate
that out.
everybody in the film, but the end of the film goes absolutely batshit crazy, and it's so satisfying.
Oh, I love that.
All right.
Jim's a big fan of found footage, aren't you, Jim?
Sure.
We watched Strange Harvest. I enjoyed that one. It's like more like on the mockumentary end of things, and not mockumentary like in a funny way. It's like it's mocking like a true crime kind of like unsolved mysteries kind of setup, kind of like Horror in the High Desert, kind of similar to that.
Right.
I love both movies. Horror in the High Desert is fantastic.
Yeah, I think
neither one.
a good mockumentary is great too.
Yeah.
Because it breaks up the incessant talking sometimes.
Yeah.
And then you just have a talking head by themselves. I was like, it's only one person talking at a time.
Like I just recently rewatched Ghost Watch too. I just love that movie so much. Kind of
I was just gonna bring that up. I was just gonna bring that up because that's Mark loves it.
It's great.
Ghost Watch,
Ghost Watch.
the BBC one.
yeah. Kind of
It's weird because I was living over there at the time. I was a big horror fan. Like I'm obviously a big horror fan. I totally missed seeing that. I don't know what I was doing. It's probably
You're at a Beatles concert.
Yeah.
I can't stand the Beatles. I'm not that old either.
Says you.
I don't know what goes on over
What?
Fair enough. Fair enough. What did I miss, by the way? Because my connection has sucked this whole time, and I apologize, gentlemen. It's usually not this
Well,
bad.
no, it's actually been better than usual.
Oh,
there. Mark,
fantastic!
the entire lipstick scene from Night of the Demons. You missed all of it.
Yep.
Speaking of which, Mark, I may have the
Yes.
opportunity to talk to her this weekend.
Linnea?
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
she's
going to a
very
horror
nice.
movie. I'm going to a horror movie festival in Indiana, Madison, Indiana, and she will be hosting.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, she's super nice.
We
That's
love
what I
Linnea.
hear. I'm excited. I can't wait.
And she's one of those people that loves to meet her fans, too. So,
She's in Death Drop
I-
Gorgeous.
Is she?
She has a
She has a cameo.
That's
She's a
awesome.
friend and she's amazing.
she's
We,
she's an
love
Uber
her.
driver.
Yeah.
That's great. I can't wait to finish that movie. I really need to. I have to sit down and actually watch a film now. I just don't have the time. So I don't know if I take care of a 94-year-old with dementia, my cousin Robert, because he doesn't have any other family. And then I work. So I really don't have much time lately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just like I gotta crack open Brendan's new book, To Break a Pale Yoke, because that covers fire. But I just haven't had time. I just haven't had a chance yet.
No, yeah.
So are you guys, either one of you guys, interested in writing? Books, I mean.
Right.
Mike writes.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Well, I don't write. It's when I first started writing, I wrote like stories when I was a kid. Like, and I wrote mostly short fiction up and through college, and then I switched to screenwriting and screenplays.
Okay.
Been toying with the idea after seeing like what Brandon has accomplished with writing something, maybe because I have so many ideas for screenplays, and a lot of them, yes, can be a novella or a novel or
And
something.
you have finished screenplays.
Yeah. So I've been writing a lot of screenplays. So I'm just toying with the idea of dipping back into prose.
Are they all horror?
No, they range. I have a few horror. I have other things. Yeah, the only thing I don't have is sci-fi. I can't come up with a good sci-fi idea, but they range. But I would probably write a horror one to start.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll see.
I've only written one short story, right, Jim?
Yes, yeah. As far as I know, yes.
What's it about, Jim?
It's about him torturing me with a voodoo doll. And I'm not gonna lie, it's actually really good. It's a lot of fun. He tried to get our buddy Tim King to pass it off as his own work for the last anthology I put together. Now I have to decide if I want to include it in this anthology, but it doesn't sort of fit the theme because I actually put a theme on the next anthology, and it's slashers and bizarro. I just don't know. I might just have to add it as a bonus.
It's a remote slasher.
It's a remote slasher.
There you go. That could work. That could work.
Serpent in the Rainbow too.
Yeah, right. So anyway, not to talk about us. Mark, what else you got?
I think that's it. I'm going to save the whole alien Earth thing for another episode, I think, because I'm just going to go off on that.
I mean, go off.
You can go off. I watched the first 2 episodes and I was like, never mind.
I did the same thing.
It was like I appreciated that we didn't wait like 4 episodes to see the alien, but I was like, I just don't care. Like I don't know. It was something about all the storylines and like, oh, this guy's clearly Elon Musk, and like I don't know, I just didn't care.
And
no trade, zero trade. Like
so Zero Beauty.
I saw Zero Beauty. There was nothing to look at. You have to keep something. Like, I don't know. What movie
we wanted Ripley or some facsimile of her, and what we got were teenage dysfunctional Avengers. It fucking sucked.
Yeah, I don't like who decided that. I don't know. The most recent movie I didn't mind though.
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry.
No, I didn't. I
Didn't mean to
wasn't
sound shocked.
No, was it great? No. Was it better than I thought it was going to be? Kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know, in comparison to Prometheus and Covenant and stuff.
I love Prometheus.
I felt really dumb after I watched Prometheus because I was like, wait, what? And then I had to like look up. There was things cut from the edit, and I guess there's like a Ridley Scott longer version that makes more sense that I haven't seen. But because I love I don't know, I love like story, and I love like I wanted to know who these engineers were more, and it just felt like things were cut out. So I like the way Prometheus looked. Covenant, I don't know, they kind of hot for me.
Prometheus would have been much better if they left out the alien part.
Yeah.
I will say that my favorite part of Prometheus is the fact that Charlize Theron was cast as Shaw and then dropped out of the project and then begged to be put into something. Into another part.
She's great. I love Charlize Theron. I could watch her in like.
And I'm frozen again. Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
She's great, but she doesn't know how to run horizontally rather than vertically.
Yeah. Her and Wile E. Coyote have that same problem. The one thing I didn't like about Prometheus and Covenant, it really kills these movies for me. And Ryan brings this up all the time, is like, you're hiring like the best of the best, like geologists and scientists and like physicists and whatever, and everyone just acts like such a fucking asshole in all these movies. It's like these people, like these actual scientists and these like, you know, in these job sectors would never behave like this. I see them being more like Star Trek. You know what I mean? It's like there's a common cause and goal and mission. Everyone's like working together, and it's like in Prometheus and Covenant, I'm like, everyone fucking sucks. They're gonna like jeopardize the entire mission. Like, taking off their fucking helmets in the cave, like all. I'm like, God, like what the fuck are you doing? Like,
do you know what the funniest character in that is, as far as being so fucking stupid? The cartographer guy that's mapping out the space thing, and he gets lost. You're the like what?
That's literally your job, sir.
Yeah. How do you get lost? You fucking
type has just kind of been like the new setup for these films. It's like everyone is a fucking douchebag, and like there's no camaraderie, there's no like common cause. It's just, I don't know. I hope that changes soon, because like I would like to see a team of people that actually are highly intelligent and are scientists and have these amazing backgrounds and experience work together, and they're fun to watch, and you feel bad when they die. This movie is like, kill all of them. I don't fucking care. They're awful.
Yeah, and I mean, if you do it well, you should be able to do that, because like you're up against this like alien sort of like super intelligent force that doesn't matter how smart you are, you can still create like the same problems. You don't have to have them be like these hokey douchebags who are just like, you know, ignorant. And you know, I always think of like, maybe you said this, but it's like when you look at what astronauts, the training they go through with like NASA and everything, and making sure that everybody knows like everything backwards and forwards. And like, even like, you know, like Tom Hanks and like Apollo 13 or whatever, when you see these like real life sort of like scenarios that they have to go through where they're like very well-tempered, like, you know, mild-mannered people who are like brilliant. It's like, give me one of those where it's actually a team that you would be worth sending like 1 billion light years away to like some other galaxy and entrusting them with like, you know, this.
Yeah. No, like Conor McGregor, or that character.
With the alien.
Sorry, just real quick on that point. So you got like the original Alien, right? These are supposed to be space truckers, right? They're supposed to be kind of like the working class sort of. We're out there just doing this job. But even they make like Ripley makes like, hey, no quarantine, you're going to stay outside.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
And none of these movies after, well, you know, when we were talking about the most recent ones, would ever do that, because they want it like in as quickly as possible, right? They want, you know. So it just like, I don't believe these characters. Like, I don't believe they're actual people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mark, I think hell has frozen over.
Why?
Because that's exactly what I was going to say.
Oh, no.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm glad we could bring you guys together.
Yeah.
This is sweet. This is recorded.
It's now preserved for posterity.
we have
Oh God, let's delete this. But also for the Alien Earth, right? They do make that Elon Musk character, right?
Yeah.
We're told he's the smartest person ever. He's the smartest person ever. we never see it, and he just makes the fucking stupidest decisions you could make.
Yeah.
Like, don't tell me somebody's smart and then don't show it, right?
Yeah.
I grew up in Burlington, Vermont, and there's always at least 7 of those people at a party high trying to talk to you about the dumbest shit. What's that character? So dude, you're barefoot and it's March.
Anyway, I'll say, I've got a lot to say about that series.
The thing that sucked about it the most too is I thought it looked gorgeous. I love that they kept the old technology. Like I think like there's a lot of like really great visuals for it, and I think a lot of times these like specials go south, like or these like these straight to streaming services. They try to like retcon of a series. It always looks terrible. And I enjoyed like the aliens that they capture, like little samples and stuff. But again, these are the smartest cyborgs. And the ladies leaving like the lids unscrewed and shit.
Mhm.
It's like what the fuck? Like I don't know.
So they spent, I think, $250 million on that series, and again, the sets do look good, but I'm like, the script is really bad, but they also have the alien, and it's the worst looking alien in all of alien history.
Yes.
It's clearly a guy in a suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like shot in bright light, full light. I'm like,
Yeah.
somebody should be like, no, like just like don't show the legs because it's a guy in a suit.
The guy in a suit.
Money can't buy you xenomorphs. Not even close.
Yeah.
Also, they probably spent like 90% of that budget on the songs during the credits.
Okay.
Like that Metallica single probably cost them a good like 17 million.
Oh,
But it's for the kids. I don't know.
I hated it.
yeah.
Apparently, Sigourney Weaver is in talks to come back for another Alien movie. Have you heard that?
I had not heard that.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they're gonna go right to like part 4, which she like becomes like the
Which,
mother.
I love Sigourney Weaver, but I've got a feeling it's like a Jamie Lee Curtis coming back to Halloween.
Oh, don't say her name 3 times.
Sigourney Weaver.
Yes. Anyway, you've probably already talked about it. So, gentlemen, what else? Please, and I always do this at the ass end of the interviews, but tell people where they can follow you.
Jim, you always do the ass end.
Generally, that's true.
You can follow Monster Makeup on most socials. If you search Monster Makeup, you'll see a little green lady with her snake tongue sticking out. It's like aqua green. So we're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok,
Blue Sky,
Twitter, but posting less on Twitter nowadays generally. Yeah, and then our website is monstermakeupllc.com.
Nice, very nice. So, Mark, any last words?
No, just thanks, coming on, and you're welcome back anytime.
Oh,
If you can put up with us.
This isn't.
I love you guys. I love coming out. You guys, it's always awesome.
You guys are always welcome. Brendan, you know that we love having you on, and gentlemen, now that we're friends, you guys have an open invitation as well. Anything you want to talk about,
Yeah.
we are here to give you that opportunity to our 3 listeners.
Remember, you can go to his house and make that.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
That was a knife, by the way, Jim.
I know, Mark. I'm aware.
Yeah.
So anyway, gentlemen, I appreciate it. I will send you that contact information, or I'll connect you guys via email because I have 2 of your emails. Ryan, I don't think I have yours, but Brendan and Mike, I have yours. So I will connect you guys with Zach via email, and maybe they can help you.
That'd be awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, that works.
That'd be great.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
Hey,
it.
gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm going to
Thank
end the live stream. Bye, everybody who's still watching. I appreciate it. Sorry about my shitty internet.
Fire millions of fans.